This is the Magic Castle, a Hollywood landmark, the center of the world of magic. This is where magicians from around the world perform. This is where they meet with friends. This is where they enjoy Jim Beam. My name's Jerry Mitchell, your host for this gathering of magic makers. There'll be no camera tricks. The magic you're about to witness is real and genuine, just like the taste of Jim Beam. So come on in and let's see just how amazing 1981 is going to be. The Magic Castle is a private club for members and their guests only. But tonight, you're our guest, and Jim Beam is the star. In order to gain entry, every Magic Castle guest must face this owl and say the magic words. Open sesame. But tonight, the magic words are different. Taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam. Jim Beam is the world's best seller. And as you can see, this is a beautiful bar, and it's well stocked.
Sir, are you a magician?
As you can see, she's beautiful and well stacked. Am I a magician? Does Jim Beam make bourbon?
Well, will you show me some tricks?
2 of the finest.
Oh, wonderful.
Especially when you're thirsty. By the way, have you seen Larry Wilson?
Oh, does he drink Jim Beam too?
Well, if we hurry, we can catch his act, and maybe you can ask him.
Okay.
Let's go. You'll like Larry.
Hello, I'm Barbara Streisand, and I'm really getting into this picture. I read the script, and I know they've done an incredible job planning 1981. I could have done that. Anybody could do that. If I were a Jim Beam executive, well, I'd need a secretary. I say I'd need a secretary and a couple of pieces of office furniture, Yes, that's the way we humans use them. Thank you. Splendid. Miss January. Miss January. Take a letter. To Colonel James B. Beam from your pal, Lair. That's a C with C-O-L period will do for Colonel. R-E vis-a-vis-E-G-I-E, quotes unquote, regarding our advertising and promotion campaign, breakdowns in quarters.
I don't understand.
Well, you know about our advertising and promotions.
Well, sure, but I thought we were going to be spending big bucks during 1981.
Oh, we are.
What are you talking about quarters for?
Were your parents first cousins? Never mind. I'll tell you what. Listen, why don't we create a more concrete example for you, perhaps? How about in here? You won't be needing these. That's it. In a moment, everything will be instantly clear.
What do you mean by instantly clear?
You'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, 1981 in quarters. There have been those who've referred to me most ungraciously as a cutthroat. And I hasten to point out, this is Jim Beam in a biannual vein. At the risk of sounding immodest, this is rather a knee-slapping routine, eh? There you have it. Gentlemen, this next sales year promises to be an extraordinary one in each quarter, both individually and collectively. Our spring, our summer, our fall, our winter, every quarter will be a great quarter. And I hasten to point out that this is because 1981 is going to be an amazing year. Gentlemen, put her back together. Put her back together. I hasten to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that despite overt appearances, these two gentlemen are actually highly skilled wranglers at the Wild Bunny Ranch. And ordinarily, I don't use them in this act, but under the circumstances, I decided that I was financially pressed into making a bargain. There you have it, the keystone of our entire campaign. An amazing year, 8,911. We'll be dancing by year's end. This ordinarily never happens again. Yes?
I thought you were a magician.
No, I'm Mike Wallace, and this is 60 Minutes.
I quit.
Excuse me, just a moment. Oftentimes,
How does that trick in?
Oh, Larry will think of something. Meanwhile, I want you to meet another magical friend.
Well, is he good?
He's terrific, as long as you don't ruffle his feathers. Has anyone seen Mr. E?
Mr. Ree?
Ah, Mr. E.
Jerry.
I'd like you to meet my friend,
Sharan.
Sharan.
Well, hello.
I think he likes you. The bird has taste. Speaking of Jim Beam, where's the 1981 media schedule, Mr. E?
Jerry, what are we advertising?
Bartender. Jim Beam for my friend.
What a human. What a human.
Mr. E knows that Jim Beam is the hottest selling brand in every size, including his.
Bottle at a time.
Okay, if you're through, would you now present the 1981 media schedule to our guests?
Jim Beam. Jim Beam.
Is he a magician?
We'll soon find out. The media schedule, Mr. E. Oh, Sharan, would you take the Jim Beam out of the box?
Sure.
Save that for later. You're beautiful, Sharan.
Okay. It's empty.
Taste is all it takes. The switch. The Jim Beam.
Whoa!
Magazine, Jerry.
Oh, Playboy. Newsweek? Sports Illustrated? What, they're all here.
Careful with the fold-out.
How many magazines are scheduled for 1981, Mr. E?
25.
Amazing. Are there more?
More than ever.
Outdoor?
Billboards, coast to coast.
Lots of newspaper advertising?
81 is amazing.
Am I the best magician in the show?
Well, you ordered the best bourbon.
Come on, let's go see poor Fidler.
Are all these famous magicians?
Every frame holds a magic maker. Houdini, Dante, Blackstone.
Jim Beam.
Absolutely. These are some of the new Jim Beam ads for 1981. The genuine harmonious atmosphere.
The genuine informal get-together.
The genuine love affair. Say, you notice they all say taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam.
Neat.
On the rocks and with a twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the music
Come on, the Paul Fidler show is just starting.
Of Paul Fidler and Company.
so much, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. You don't think this is too busy, do you? I would now like to create for you a spirit just as magical as Jim Beam. By taking these pair of gloves and this white handkerchief, tying a knot in the top, I create for you our magical spirit.
We got it alive. I can feel that good luck already. Wait a minute now. Watch this. Company, ladies and gentlemen.
Didn't I say it was going to be an amazing year for Jim Beam?
Well, what else are you going to show me?
There's more magic on the wall.
Billboards, newspaper ads. Look at this one.
It's another way of saying taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam. You know Jim Beam is being advertised every month of the year?
Can't do any better than that.
Nobody does better than Jim Beam.
Looks like they're doing everything right.
Well, how can you say that when you haven't seen the promotions and point-of-purchase materials yet?
Point of purchase?
Yeah. Point of purchase. When it comes to in-store displays, these will be amazing. I suspect both sizes and the mobile will materialize coast to coast. And wait till you see the 1981 Jim Beam promotion premiums, Sharon. They're like something you've never seen before.
Looks like a sports bag.
Well, as a promotion premium for Jim Beam, it'll be amazing. But there's more. Did you open the zipper? I mean the zipper on the bag.
Oh, sure. What sport do you use this for?
Another amazing promotion premium. The Jim Beam windbreaker.
Oh, I'd like one of those.
You like one of these?
That looks like an antique.
Solid brass, planter, a vase.
But, Jerry, where are the flowers?
Trust me, my pet.
Ah.
Now, didn't I say these promotion premiums were magic for Jim Beam?
You sure did.
And don't forget, 1981 is going to be an amazing year for Jim Beam. 1981. Larry Wilson, let's go!
Well, look, I can do one or two tricks.
Well, then go ahead and do your stuff.
Folks, I make no promises here. Those of you who have weak stomachs or inclined to nausea, you'd best avert your eyes. This is not necessarily a pleasant sight, but trust me, this is not going to be a reject from That's Incredible. As you can see, it will take us only a trice, a twinkling of an eye. But this does not mean to suggest that it's the sort of thing any of you could do. I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen. I know what I'm doing. This is the sort of thing only to be attempted by a true professional. A man who knows every place in its place and everything in its place. Watch as I remove the blades one by one. Pardon me. The first blade. The second blade. The third blade. Now, oftentimes people come to me and they say, Larry, frequently we found your stage littered with empty Jim Beam miniatures. And I say, folks, mind your own business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you dress like this, you could do this too. As you can see, the one important factor is the true conductivity of the entire plan for Miss January and every month thereafter in 1981. Proving there's more than one way to segment the market. You're doing very well. Thank you. Thank you. And I take great pains to point out, at the risk of sounding redundant, taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam. And the magic of Jim Beam is the same magic that allows us to perform this incredible transformation. It's live. Remember, folks, those of you perhaps with very short attention spans, taste, you remember, taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam. And remember, we'll even teach you how to wrap your loved ones so that they'll resemble furniture going into storage. More importantly than that, taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam. I said Jim Beam.
Taste is all it took to switch Jerry Mitchell to Jim Beam.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Wilson and Company. Fidler and Company. Sharan. Mr. Reed. And the real star of the show, Jim Beam. '81. It's going to be amazing. Full page, 4-color, real people, genuine taste, Jim Beam ads in the most popular magazines. And another blockbuster close-up look at the world's largest selling bourbon to round out our national advertising schedule. Jim Beam will also zero in on local markets with ads that reinforce the taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam's story. Also this year, there's not one, not two, but 3 exciting promotion offers for consumers to buy at real savings with mail-in coupons. Each promotion item carries the Jim Beam name, and each gets its own advertising and in-store merchandising support. For decorating, exercise, and travel, or for keeping warm, Jim Beam has the year covered with excitement. Outside on outdoor, in-store with our dramatic 1981 POP. Jim Beam is planning to work magic. The show is over, but the magic is just beginning. This brand is magic. And the advertising and promotional plans we've worked into our acts here at the castle are going to make you a magician in 1981. With words like, taste is all it takes to switch to Jim Beam, I can turn the show over to you. 1981, for you and Jim Beam, it's going to be an amazing year.